5 Ways Ayn Rand Predicted America's Political Crises, from parents spurned to the rise of cancel culture. Many foundational pillars of society in the United States appear to be crumbling right now before our eyes, weakened by an erosive array of social, economic and political forces. The deterioration of traditional cultural norms and the social upheaval that's followed from the living room to classroom the boardroom is no surprise to Ayn Rand scholars. China is counting on America's suicidal immigration policy. One way to win a war is to let your opponent commit suicide. Americans have a habit of thinking about China in this light. For the longest time, our country's intelligentsia assumed Beijing's communist system would collapse on its own, just as the Soviet Union's did. Of course, the West had a policy of containment toward the USSR, in contrast to a policy of encouraging China's integration into global institutions like the World Trade Organization in the 1990s and 2000s. But if relying on globalization to turn China into a democracy was a failure, today optimists see another way to get Beijing to defeat itself. Chinese birth rates, like those in most of the industrialized world, have plummeted. India surpasses China as the world's populous country this year, according to United Nations estimates. Each has more than 1.4 billion people, but India is still growing while China's population, as of last year, is shrinking. Secrets of Miss America explores the pageant's racist history and what's been done to correct it. The Miss America organization has had a long and ugly history with racism and diversity, and Monday's Secrets of Miss America explored just how long and just how ugly it's been. The new series from A&E dives into various secrets and controversies that have happened in and around America's longest-running pageant. The latest episode began with a number of interview subjects, in this case former contestants, reading a rule from a 1948 Miss America contract that stated, "Contestant must be in good health and of the white race." That contract came during the tenure of Lenora Slaughter, who served as executive director from 1941 to 1967. Author Amy R. Getzinger said during the show that Slaughter was a big reason the pageant survived, but that she's also responsible for a fairly toxic legacy that the pageant had a fairly hard time living down.